Robert John Downey Jr. was born on the 4th of April, 1965 in New York City, New York, United States. His parents were actively involved in acting at the time of his birth. His father was a reputable actor and filmmaker, while his mother appeared in some movies but didn't spend too much time in the film industry, unlike his father. Before Robert became a year old, he was already pronouncing simple words such as eyes, see, mum, and dad. By the time he was 3, he had become a hilarious talkative in the family. Having noticed that his son was quite expressive and articulate, Robert's father decided to introduce the young kid to the world of acting. At the age of 5, Robert had his film debut by playing a sick puppy in a comedy film. His performance in this film was exceptional, which made everyone consider him a young promising star in Hollywood. Before the age of 10, Robert was certainly sure of having a prosperous future. However, there was a great turmoil waiting to crush his success and make his life toxic, and it came from his father. At the time, Robert's father was a chronic drug addict who consumed almost any hard substance. Being a naive and ignorant child, Robert started walking in his father's footsteps. He soon became a drug addict while in middle school, consuming marijuana almost every day. Although his acting career was still in motion, his drug addiction was gradually destroying his mental health and ruining his reputation. For more than 2 decades, Robert was constantly afflicted by this problem. But in 2002, after he had been repeatedly arrested for possession of drugs such as heroin and cocaine, he got tired of his actions and was willing to transform into a new and better person. Although he had previously failed while trying to control his habit for consuming drugs, this time he was ready to undergo rehabilitation for as long as possible. A few months after rehab, Robert returned to the big screen by starring in The Singing Detective, a commercially successful movie that announced him in all of Hollywood. He went on to become one of America's most prominent actors after starring in Iron Man, the 3rd highest grossing film in 2008. Today, Robert, who was unable to overcome his insatiable desire for drugs, is now a totally different person. He currently kicks against drug abuse, supporting victims and aiding their recovery. Sometimes, the mistakes and wrong decisions that we've made in the past may threaten our future. However, you can actually prevent this from happening to you by learning to overcome those mistakes and permanently forgetting them in the past. Jerry Brown said, "When you are too caught up on what happened in the past, you'd miss what's in front of you." Many people have missed out on their future and failed miserably because they never stopped dwelling on what has happened to them in the past. If you don't want to miss the greatness that's right in front of you, then you must find the strength to conquer your past and embrace the future. Michael Jordan said, "Your past is just a story, and once you realize this, it has no power over you. Your past is just an amazing story that you should learn from. It's a story that should motivate and strengthen your spirits in order to create a better future for yourself. Although the experiences you have had in the past may be toxic, that doesn't mean you should let them ruin your life." Mike Dicker said, "I don't believe in living in the past. Living in the past is for cowards. If you live in the past, you die in the past." Only cowards who are not bold enough to stand up and face their future will allow themselves to be held down by the past. If you are full of courage, your past won't hold you down. You have a great life ahead of you. Don't die in the past. Robert John Downey Jr. was able to conquer his past and move on. You too can do the same. Stop dwelling in the past. You are destined for something much better. If you are new here, consider subscribing. Click on the notification button, and that way you always know when we have new content. Don't hesitate to share our videos. Who knows, someone out there might be in need for just this right video. We love you. Thank you for watching. See you next time.